Hope you all are doing well. I just wanted to do a video to encourage some women to let that soul tie go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. It is a distraction to your purpose. It is a hindrance and trying to get you to waste so much time. Um, Let it go, let it go. The enemy love to use soul ties as a distraction. And as women, you have to understand that if the enemy can keep your focus on a man that is not one who God has sent for you, you will waste time, you will lose time, and you will not be focused on the very thing that you should be, which is God, which is seeking God's kingdom first. And when we knew that, then we know that all things will be added unto us, and that is the mate who God has for us. And so I just want to share a little bit of my story, my testimony, where I was being deceived and for about 3 years. There was a guy who I thought that was going to be my husband. I truly believed it. I truly believed that God had said this man was going to be my husband. But this is one thing we have to understand, that there's a difference from our desires versus God's desires. And if we are not really if we have not died to our flesh, we can truly confuse and think that the very thing that we're desiring and the very thing that what is said is what God is saying, but God is saying a totally opposite. So that was my situation. I hadn't completely died to my flesh, even though I wanted to completely surrender to God. And this was someone I was really close to, and it took me going, series like fasting and praying, and I would say, God, if you just show me that I had it wrong, if you just let me know, then I will let it go. But see, I had a lot of pride in me who didn't want to receive that. So God had to really pretty much break me down and humble me so I could see what I needed to see. And my heart was truly where I would meditate and say, God, not my will, but let your will be done. Not my will, let your will be done. And that was specifically in a situation where I was trying to make one the one who wasn't the one. And so, as far as women, like, we have to understand how imperative it is that when you realize, um, first of all, a man is not going to be a distraction. If it's a distraction, always confusion and hurt and something like that, that is a key sign that this person is a soul tie. Um, Also, there was something that, once I really sat down to humble myself and allow God to show me even how the foundation of everything that was built, and He wasn't a foundation of that, and it was my own fleshly desires. This is the revelation that I got, and what spoke to my spirit was that until it was to my flesh that I had to die to realize that He was a soul tie. Okay. And I was trying to make one the one. Yeah, see, he wasn't the chosen man that God has in his plan. And so you have to understand, when God has your mate for you, it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be a story that God write and creates for you and your soulmate. So as women, we have to understand how important it is and how precious and beautiful the wait for our mate is. And so I'm telling you, allow God to be your focus. When the man comes, I'm telling you, he's going to be a reflection like Yahweh, the Most High, a king like Jesus, and he'll be able to guide you and lead you like the Holy Spirit. He will not play games. He will pursue you. He should be one that pours in you and lift you up, and not one that you always got to be lifting up and feeling all beat down and drugged down. I'm telling you, ladies, it's so many of us, so many people have spoken about the story of Ruth and Boaz in my life. And not saying that I wanted Boaz because that was already Ruth's husband, but I didn't understand the revelation until recently. Well, if you know that story, then in the story, it seems like Ruth was not good enough for Boaz. But you have to understand that this man that was checking out Ruth, it was God's best. This was, I mean, probably the most amazing man that she ever came in contact with. And when we have gone through our healing process and, overcome low self-esteem and insecurities and bitterness, we are able to see that God truly wants to give us the best that he has. When we can realize the best that God has for us is exactly what he has, we will not settle for less. So be encouraged. Keep your focus on God. Keep your focus on King Jesus, your purpose and your will. And I'm telling you, the man for you, he will pursue. He will pursue, and more than anything, he's going to push you to God instead of being a distraction and pushing you away. Be encouraged, ladies. Let the soul tie go. It's just a hindrance, and the enemy wants to continue to deceive you from it. So, whatever you need to do, I was telling someone, get books on soul tie, get books on healing, because whatever we don't know, then we don't know how to grow from it and move on from it. And I think a lot of us don't know much about soul ties and how our soul can be tied as women to this man, and a man that is not even for us, and constantly still having sex. My situation, I've done videos before. I've been celibate by the grace of God for 4.5 years. I wasn't even having sex with this person, but it was just intimate and someone really close that I allowed to get into my heart and my life, and it became a soul tie, and it was a fleshly desire and not the will of God. And so you want to make sure you're always seeking God for his will, for his will. Because when we line up with God's will, our lives will play out as Jeremiah 29:11. And that says the plans that the Lord has for us are to prosper. And God wants us to prosper in all areas. And that's in the area of love for our life. So peace and blessings. You all have a great day on purpose and be encouraged, lady. Remember, beautiful and precious is the wait when it comes to you waiting on your mate. Have a great day.